It's a little chilly this morning, but it is not nearly as chilly as it's going to be later on this week. And so what I've got to do, or what I've decided to do, is bring another water out here by the house where I water the cows so that I can have two, like a stock tank, so I can have two of them full in case, I can't get water out of the faucet. It's going to be pretty cold. But I don't know whether to get Dad side by side and try to put it in the back of that and strap it down, or use the tractor in the shop and strap it down, or just drag it over here, because the shortest distance, it's right over here on the other side of this fence. Where I need it is right there. Yeah, right there. The shortest distance would be just to drag it right through here, but I don't know if I can do that easily. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get one of these vehicles, go through this fence right here, and go all the way around where the cows are, come in the back gate, bring it all the way past these hay bales, all the way up here, pick it up, and go back out that gate and come back this way, which you might be thinking no big deal. Normally it wouldn't be, except as soon as I get one of the vehicles started up, the cows are going to get started up, and they're going to try to play with the tractor, trying to get food from me, and some of them are going to try to get out. Some of them will try to get back there where that hay is. And it's just me right now. And, well, it's just me permanently because Greg's gone. So I don't know how I'm going to do this yet. Here is the stock tank. Oh, last time I saw it didn't have any water in it. Now it's got frozen water. You coming? That's got ice in it. So I hear the cows. They heard me open this gate, and they're already stirred up. So I need to try to make this work, I think. I got to find something to break the ice. Here we go. Got a stick, maybe. It's not a very good one. It's not very strong. Okay, the ice is not real thick. So that's good. Oh, man, it's heavy. I don't know if this is going to work. Don't know if I can do this. I need gloves. Yeah, maybe I can do that. Wait, gotta look for spiders. I know it's cold. See? That's why you do. Probably not any spiders in that web, but I am not taking a chance. Come on. Come on. Come on, dog. Come on. Wish you had hands so you can pick up the other end and make this easier. That wasn't nearly as difficult as I thought it would be. And it's good because the cows are upset. Well, they're not upset. They just want me to feed them. Always. They have hay out there. I put a bale of hay out yesterday, and they just, every time I come out, they think that I need to feed them some of those range cubes. That's not true, though. It always takes me a minute to get this going. I don't know why this is so hard to get on here. I don't know. There we go. I'm going to rely on you guys to not let me forget that that's on. I'm going to go get this started filling up and start feeding the animals because it's later than I usually do. During the week when I get out here, since I work full-time off of the property, it's dark out here. It's like 6 o'clock when I feed in the morning, 5:36, somewhere in there. And so on the weekends, I wait a little bit longer just so that there's daylight and I can sit and drink my coffee before I come out. But they're kind of upset because it is past their feeding time. What are you guys doing? The hose is frozen. I do know it's not the faucet. It's just that the hose has been sitting out and frozen. This could take a while. I'm gonna rinse this out. I need some water going in there so that I can rinse that out. Oh, I trapped myself. Be with you guys here in just a minute. This is what I hate about having the cows up here, but it is that's the house right there. I mean, that's the closest place to feed them and water them in the wintertime. And it makes it a lot easier on me when it's cold, and Greg when he was here, but now it's me and I definitely need it closer. Oh, I wish this wasn't frozen. We need a little bit more water. All that leaves and stuff, they're frozen in there too, so that didn't help. I'll give you a heads up right now. I'm not going to scrape all that algae out. I'm going to get some of it because I do have a brush sitting right over there, but I'm just going to rinse this out and set it up for them for the next few weeks to have extra water out here in case things freeze up like this. Because even though this wasn't hooked up to the faucet, the hose itself is frozen. So to keep anything like that from keeping them from drinking, I'm going to set another one up. How are you doing this morning? See, the dog is out there. She follows me everywhere. The problem I'm having is she is now starting to chase chickens. She got a hold of a couple of roosters and I got them away from her. But even with me out here, she'll chase the chickens. And what that means is that I have to find her a home quickly because she won't stay in a yard. She roams wherever she wants to. Other than that, she's a good dog. And I actually think she's housebroken because she comes in at night and she has not one time torn anything up and not had any accidents in the house. But I can't trust her to roam out here, and that's why she has to come in at night. And during the daytime, she's in the cage up front in the front of the house, that kennel that I bought for the cat. She stays in that during the day, but at nighttime it gets pretty cold, and I don't know that that's warm enough for her. So she does come in. If you're looking for a good dog and your chickens aren't free ranged or you don't have chickens, she would be good inside or outside as long as you don't expect her to stay in a fence, unless it's a really, really tall fence. I do think she could be taught not to mess with the chickens. She's young. She's very intelligent. She's eager to please. But it's just me taking care of all these people out here and working a full-time job. So I really do not have the time that it would take to train her not to chase chickens or goats or cows. Actually, these little calves chase her around. Got a goat out. I got 2 goats out. Dog's not out though, so that's really the main thing. All right, that's as clean as I'm gonna get it. And then I'll fill this one up. This one's not clean, but it'll work. You got to keep in mind they do drink out of ponds, dirty, filthy ponds, and they drink out of streams. They'll drink out of anything where they can, where there's water to drink. I started to say I didn't know why these 2 goats got out, when I come out here, but I guess I do know. They're used to getting fed earlier than this. Day before yesterday, Dad and I went and got some more square bales of hay. We got goat feed and chicken feed and more cattle cubes. Both of these are filled up with chicken feed, and that one is completely full of goat feed, and then the cattle cubes are in that. This is full. I need to take that out to the chickens. So I moved the ducks since the last video. The meat chickens are no longer in that hoop coop. They're over here in this one, ready to eat breakfast. And the ducks are back where they were originally, waiting on their breakfast. What are you guys doing? Are you waiting on your food? I guess I better feed the does before anybody else gets out. If I feed the bucks first, then, you know, these does may climb back in with those bucks. I don't guess that would hurt anything because they're already bred, but that would be a pain. Come on, let's go. Okay, I got to put some over here in the buckets first. And I bought these buckets the other day so that I don't have to feed them on the ground when it's really nice and cold outside like today. Look, she's already gotten back in. Come on, goat. Come on, goat. Oh, my goodness. Come on, goat. Come over here. Come on, goat. See, this is a good reason not to have cows up here. She's back in. Hi, buddy. How you doing? So I got to keep a close eye on this water. Not there yet. Don't let me forget this water. While the goats are distracted by the feed, I'm going to... Excuse me, Jake. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm going to put some hay out for them. I need a bigger hay feeder for them. Probably should have... No, it wouldn't have fit the other way. I definitely need a bigger hay feeder for them. Or two of them in there. What's up? I can't pet him like that. Oh, he's so cute. Caleb does not stay out here. I was keeping him out here. He was doing really well with the goats, but then one night about 10 p.m., he jumped the fence or went through the fence or something and went back there in the back pasture somewhere. I go to sleep early, and so I was asleep, and Tucker throwing a fit woke me up, and I could tell something wasn't right. And I checked on the goats, and they were here, but the dog wasn't here. So I, at 10 o'clock at night, got some clothes on and went looking for Caleb down the road. I figured a car went by. He has a hard time when trailers go by, when a truck pulling a trailer, or when it has one of those big trucks that has the hay. It has the hay on the back of it. You know, they have the hay on the back of it. They have a thing where they can roll off the hay off the truck. He has a problem not chasing those. And so I went down the road looking for him. Went all the way to the pavement to where the road is paved and didn't see him. And I came back and I wondered if I should go back this other way, down the road this way. He's never ran that way, but to see if I could find him. And I just decided to pull in. I just decided, you know, maybe he can find his way back. Maybe he won't get in any trouble, because I really didn't know what to do. And then he came running up from the back pasture up here, and I took him in. So he's out there right now, but I'm off. I'm here. I'm keeping a really close eye on him. I don't trust him, and I have really got to do something about all these dogs. I can't trust any of the dogs here. Not one. Completely. And there's a bunch of them. I'll give you something here in a minute. You know, you could climb in with the ducks and eat with them. Before I go any further, let's check this water. Getting close. Getting close. Got to fill that one up though. I'm about to feed the birds in the big coop, but real quickly, I want to show you, if you look in the corner of that shelter, there's hay there. There's the feeder is full of hay, so I don't need to give them hay. This is a lot easier to do when it's warm, a little bit warm, like the ground's not frozen. Actually, sometimes the ground being frozen in this mess right here, it makes it a lot easier. But it not being so cold and there being light makes this job a lot easier. The only thing with doing it during the day is I got to watch that rooster because he does attack me. And buddy, you wait till the spring when we get some chicks. When I get some more death layer chicks, that rooster is going to have a new home because I can't have them attacking me. I can't be watching my back every time I come in here to do something. There's a lot of stuff that I want to get done. I want to fill those holes up and put the rocks back up along the edges and go in there and give them some more perches so that they can all perch on, because now I've got turkeys in here too. And it makes it hard having to keep watch my back the whole time. Ice. This does need to be cleaned. Pretty. Man. Yeah, I need to clean this. The problem with cleaning this is, one, I have to carry 5-gallon buckets of water over here to clean it, and then I've got to watch my back. Y'all, let me know if you see him coming after me. So it's mostly sand that they have in there. It's time to check on the water again too. Oh my goodness, that's like perfect timing. I gotta fill this other one up. So I still need to remember the water. One down, one to go. I almost forgot. I need that hose to fill these buckets up so that I can put water back into the big coop water trough thing. So I always fill these halfway up at night before I go in case something goes wrong, in case for some reason I'm not able to get water out of the faucet. I just break the ice, and we do this in the summer too. I guess now I do this in the summer too. But so I'll go dump these two, and then I'll have to fill them back up and back and forth. Are they chasing you? Come on. Come here. Are they chasing you? Let's go get some more water. It was those 5-gallon buckets were filled halfway full both times, so that's about 10. Well, it's going to be less than 10 gallons of water. I still need to water the ducks, and I need to water the laughing rooster and his hen. I feed him sometimes when he's already put himself up for the night, so that I don't have to walk from the shop with his food to the front of the house, feed him, put the scoop back up in the shop when it's usually dark. It's in the mornings and it's cold outside. There she is over here on this side, and the birds are out on this side. You can see that she is doing good with me being out here, which was not the case the other day. Even with me yelling at her and running after her, she was, here we go, here we go. Hey, no, no, no. Good girl, come here. That's a good girl. So see, don't make a liar out of me. Come here. Good girl. That shows you why I don't leave her out here, why I can't trust her out here by herself. But it also, I think, proves that she can be trained. She's very intelligent. She wants to be obedient. But doggone it, those chickens are just so dang tempting. Come on. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Good girl. Come on. Hey, this way. Let's go. Let's go. We've got to water the ducks and probably the laughing rooster, but I won't record that. Come on. Oh, yeah. I've got to water the goats there. They usually don't drink a whole lot, but need to be sure to top it off every day. It has been about a month and a half since Greg moved out, and I'm not getting up, you know, too much earlier than I used to, or going to bed later than I used to. The only reason that I would get up earlier or go to bed later is because in the mornings is my dedicated time to God. And so that is when my dedicated time to pray to Him and to read His Word is. So I get up and do that. And then I need some time to drink a little bit of coffee and get my brain working and kind of figure out how my day is going to go. And then of course in the evening, after I'm done with everything, I need time to sit down and unwind before I go to sleep, or I can't go to sleep. We've had some cold weather. It's been dark every morning when I get up, and every night when I get home. There's a little bit of light. The sun's already set, but there's still a little bit of light when I get home from work and start watering the animals. But before I go in, by the time I get inside, it is dark. You need a flashlight to know where you are and where you're going. And we haven't gotten to, although it's been like in the 20s, in the mid 20s in the mornings, we haven't really gotten into some really bad weather yet. But next week it's gonna get kind of cold. I'm not looking forward to that. But we're almost to the halfway point through January. January and February are the coldest months of the year usually, and so I'm optimistic here that it'll be kind of, it's not going to be too hard for me. The hardest part to adjusting to Greg not being here is him not being here. Like, there have been many times where in my mind somehow he was just in his bedroom, even though he wasn't there in front of me and he wasn't talking to me and I haven't spoken to him all day. In my mind he was in his bedroom, and then it would dawn on me, no, he's not there in his bedroom, and that's kind of weird to me. But besides that, the hardest thing so far is not having to unload all the feed by myself, is not, you know, doing the feeding and watering by myself, moving goats, plus the full-time job, plus whatever goes on inside the house. It is getting used to not saying we. I have corrected myself so many times, even in this video, which I cut it out. I deleted that clip and would record again because I said we. The hardest part to this so far, the hardest adjustment, I guess I would say, not necessarily, you know, because it's difficult him not being here, just him not being here, but the hardest adjustment as far as doing all that I do now by myself instead of two of us doing it is saying we on the videos. And I hope that I get past that soon, because it makes me feel weird every time I say we and then I have to cut it out, or I have to correct myself. Now, all of that being said, I do have some concerns about the spring. You guys saw the shop. That shop originally was going to be a project that Greg and I both did together, and to clean that out, now it's going to be me. You see, okay, the yellow hose I used. The blue hose is no good. It's broken. It's busted somewhere. It doesn't work. Whatever happened to it, I don't know. And then there's a green hose up by the house and I'll just go show you. There's a green hose up by the house that's laying out here. Here's a solar powered light that is supposed to be somewhere, and I have forgotten where we had it, and I don't know how it got there. But there are just so many things that need to be done around here, need to be cleaned up. Let me flip the camera around and show you what I was talking about. All this mess right here, a green hose, blue hose, whatever kind of oil or hydraulic oil is what it says. These things were, except for the kills, I did that. These things were here when I moved in, and when we rented a dumpster, they refused to take them, so I've got to get rid of them somehow. The tires, the buckets, the trash. There's a bucket over there. There is this huge tire. And to kind of give you an idea how big this tire is, it's huge. But there's all this stuff to clean up, and I want to get it done, and for some reason I feel the need to get it done. Like, I really want to get this stuff done. Like, look over here. There's 3 buckets. There's 3 buckets right there. There's 2 blue buckets and a red bucket over here. The bicycles, those were Greg's. They have problems. Their chain doesn't, I don't know what's wrong with them. He didn't want them. They don't work. He can't use them. So he left them for me to get rid of. Just all this stuff that needs to be taken care of. And so my concern is, if we didn't get this cleaned up when it was the two of us here, what in the world makes me think that I'm going to get it cleaned up with it being just me, other than for some reason I'm super motivated to do it. Not motivated enough to do it today, but yeah, I really want it gone. I'm tired of the way things look around here. There is all of this stuff that I can't clean out. Maybe the plastic, little whatever that is. I think it's for minerals. I'm not sure. But you know, some of this stuff I can't get myself, but where it is grown up, I can clean this out before it starts growing back in the spring. I could do that by myself. Don't want to, but, and then, ooh, I got to get this back up. I almost forgot this. I could get this cleaned up. I need to go out here and get this hot wire up that's on the ground. I don't know if you guys can see yeah, you can see the white stakes where we had hot wire up. And then at some point before Greg left, I had him turn it off because I was going to get in there and clean that up. I was going to brush hog in there and clean that up. And I guess the cows figured out that it wasn't on, and they've busted through it. Either that or deer have come through there. But I need to get all of that up before somebody gets hurt. But the good thing is being on YouTube and vlogging about your life and what you do. Maybe not on a daily. I mean, it's kind of the same thing over and over. You know, to put your life out there on the internet, it does motivate you to do more, to get more accomplished. It does push you, or at least it does me, to push me to get just a little bit more done in a day or in a week or in a month or in a year than I would be motivated to do without putting my life out there on the internet. Some of you have been asking about Greg. You asked in a live stream, you've asked in some comments, and I didn't really have an update. There wasn't really a whole lot going on, but I do have an update. I want to wait a few days and actually, you know, confirm that, you know, things are going like we think they are, and then I will update you hopefully on the next video, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this video at all, gotten any kind of entertainment out of it at all, I ask that you would consider clicking on one of the videos here, one of the end screen videos here, and going on and watching the next video, because it really helps the channel out a lot.